Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, director of Jonny Mozza's Lessons in Confidence, and today I want to talk a little bit about a large YouTuber, content creator, whatever it is you want to call them, that has taken my content without any of my permission and kind of edited it in a way that kind of makes me look like a bit of a dolt. And it's weird because it isn't just any old YouTuber, it's someone that I used to be quite a big fan of. Like, so when I was about 17, the year was 2016, and Leafy is Here and Pyrocynical were the big thing. It was all edgy content, it was all a load of garbage looking back at it, but at the time it was almost like, you know how your dad or whatever might watch, what's his name on Fox News or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. It was like that, but for youngsters. So what these people would do, Leafy, Pyro, and No Fuckers and other people like that, what they would do is that they would play, I think it was CSGO surfing, right, where you would surf down various things, and they would talk smack about whatever random mini content creator it was that they came across, someone acting cringe or, you know, dumb or whatever, you know. Usually it ended up resulting in a load of fans coming along and bullying these people. And Leafy is Here was the biggest one. He is the one that got me into it, and I kind of stopped liking him after it became so clear that he was just actively bullying people. But Pyro had a bit of a different sort of thing to it. He kind of hid his bullying a little bit more, and he was able to turn himself around a little bit, and he started making these kind of documentary type things about random video games. He did one about this game called No Cup or No Cap or something like that, Hat Flap or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't play any of these games. I don't watch any of these documentary things that he does. I don't watch him anymore. And I haven't watched him since about 2017 because I grew up. And what's weird is I got a comment recently, someone saying, you know, Pyrocynical has given you a shout out in his newest video. And I was like, oh, really? Cool. I like his videos. So I sort of had a little bit of search around, a bit of a dig through Pyro's content, and I found it. And what it is at the beginning of a video, what's the video called? It's something about the UK being cooked. Do you know they do this thing? It's like, chat, are we cooked? You know, it feels weird me saying it. Like, I'm not the sort of person who likes to say stuff like this. Yo, chat, are we cooked right now, homie? Oh, wow, oh, we are so cooked right now. The UK is so cooked because of Cook Starmer and all his cooked brethren cooking this country, frying it like an egg, but not like in a nice way. We got a nice bit of runny yolk. No, now we've got this big bit of batter, and I don't even know how he's done that because he's not even put any breadcrumbs in his big soup of UK cookedness. You know, this is how much I know about new lingo, right? So yeah, it's something about, yeah, the video is called The UK is Even More Cooked, right? And it's got, at present, 112,000 views from 20 hours ago. This channel is his second channel, it's got 1 million subscribers, and his main channel has about 5 million subscribers. And what I dislike is the fact that he put my online safety bill video at the start of his montage. I'm just a nobody to him. Like, he's clearly not watched anything that I've actually done. He's kind of just Googled stuff about online safety bill and tried to find little, like, you know, quote marks, little, you know, little things where people can say, like, little through lines where it can make his point make more sense. And look, that is just something that the general media does. And I don't have a problem with that intrinsically. What I don't like is the fact he's got a soundtrack underneath. I think he's got 2 soundtracks underneath it. There's like 2 loads of music going on at the same time. And then he's put this weird effect over all the voices. It's not just me, there's another guy on there that wears a mask. I know he's another one of these bigger, the guy with the mask is a bigger critic type channel, similar sort of CSGO surfy type. Oh, look at this guy, he's so cringe. Oh, look at this person on the internet, they're so cringe type fucking content slop, they call it, right? I don't call it that, I just think it's just bollocks, it's a load of shite, this stuff. And it's just designed to just eat away at your day. And look, he's making a video about the online safety bill, which, good for him. Cool, he's making a video about a grander point, and he's talking about this, he mentions the petition, which I didn't bother putting a petition in my video, just because I don't think a petition is going to do anything. As nihilistic as that sounds, I don't see what it's going to do. It's going to get 100,000 submissions, and then the government's going to turn around and go, well, we actually want to keep it around because we don't want the kids to access the pornography. We're doing it for the safety of the kids, and this petition goes against that. So, nah, you know, that's all there's going to be. So there's not actually going to be any kind of comeuppance from it. There's no point in doing that. And you know, that's not to say we shouldn't do some kind of action, but we should be protesting. We should actually go out there with fucking marches and banners and stuff like that and say this isn't fucking on. And we should stop voting for these cretins, right? We need to stop doing that, right? And obviously that's not going to happen. You know, any party that comes in, they're going to keep the online safety bill inact. They're not going to repeal it. In fact, the online safety bill wasn't originally Labour policy. It was actually something that the Conservatives brought in the year 2023, right? And the Labour government allowed it to just come to fruition, and they didn't do anything to stop it, right? Because it's part of their manifesto. I don't know the ins and outs exactly, so I might be wrong here, but they basically said anything that they were going to do, we're going to just carry on. So apparently if they were to repeal the online safety bill before it came into law, that means that they would have gone against their manifesto pledge. And you know, a politician has never broken a manifesto pledge, ever. Only when it's something bad, you know, we are the government and we've decided we're going to bring in a policy that's just going to make the country worse for everyone. Well, we need to make sure that we keep that pledge. We need to make sure we keep that pledge to make the country worse. So it's good that Pyro is making a video about that, right? Good for him with his 1 million subscribers and his other channel with 5 million subscribers. The channel with 5 million subscribers isn't about, you know, important issues like that. His main channel is about random video games. The newest video is a 2-hour-long thing called The Server Blight. And then there's the 5 Nights at Freddy's game you haven't played. And then, this is so much more important than the online safety bill. The golden age of YouTube is gone, and it goes from PewDiePie in 2014 to Mr. Beast in 2024. Although PewDiePie is still around. So I don't entirely understand why he's going. Then there's an 8-hour video underneath that called Darkwood. It's like, who has time for any of this? Look, I know I'm a hypocrite because I just put out a 2.5-hour video. But, you know, what I don't understand is why he's taken my video. He's not reached out to me in any way. Look, admittedly, I am currently on holiday, right? I'm in Vienna, and I don't access Instagram on my mobile phone. I access Instagram on my desktop computer, which is at home in England, right? So maybe he reached out to me on Instagram, and I never saw it, which obviously that means that I just give him full permission to do whatever he wants with my content. You know, add whatever effects you want, make it look like I'm a fucking dick, right? That's whatever, because I didn't respond to it. And look, it just frustrates me as all, because I'm not going to get any sort of new visitation to my channel from what he's done, right? If anything, what I really dislike is the fact that he has taken my video completely out of context. That video is actually quite a personal one, where it starts off with me going on this long thing about my my alcohol addiction that I had. Well, I still technically have, because you never get over alcohol addiction, but just for the sake of it, this alcohol addiction that I had, and then I stopped drinking last year, and I was able to access all these forums, like r/stop drinking on Reddit and other things. Actually, that was the main one I used. But the online safety bill made it so that I couldn't access those anymore. And the whole I was using that as a jumping off point to make a societal point about how other people who are, you know, not as far along in their journey of quitting as I am, or who might be trying to quit other substances, they now can't access resources that are good for them. And it was also about how people can't access, you know, like Palestine discussion threads and stuff like that, so you can talk about the genocide that's currently going on in Palestine, you know. It was about stuff like that, right? And what I dislike is that he's just used me for a soundbite, right? And I don't necessarily mind that in and of itself, because that's just the name of the game. However, reach out to me, ask me for some, you know, if I want this to be happening. And hell, even if you're not going to do any of that, put a little fucking thing in the bottom that just says, Jonny Mozza, the online safety bill is going to kill people, whatever the fuck the video is called. Do that in the lower thirds. Do something to indicate that this isn't your content, right? I checked a couple of his other videos on this Pyro Live channel, which is utter shite. It's honest to God, utter trash. So I checked his newer one. I can't remember which one it was that I looked at. I think it was his other, the UK is cooked video, right? It starts off with like a half minute long skit from someone else that he's just taken and just chucked at the start of his video. I thought it was him with a different haircut, and it's not, it's some random other twat, because then it cuts back to him with his stupid haircut, right? And it's like, look, I've got pretty stupid hair myself. I'm not one to like have a dig at someone for their looks or anything like that. But what frustrates me is this is someone that comes from a long history of taking the piss out of people for the way that they look. You know, he used to do all of that all the time. So, you know, I'm gonna try and be the bigger man and not do that. So I'm not making fun of his hair or anything like that. What I'm making fun of him for is I'm not even making fun of him. I'm just talking about how I dislike what he's done, right? I dislike the fact that he has taken my video without asking me if he can use it, which I would have said yes, right? I would have been happy for him to use it, right? I would have been happy for him to use it as part of a montage, right? And I'm quite like a giving person with letting people use my content or my music or whatever, in whatever it is that they want to do. I did 10 albums called the Royalty Free Suite, which I put under the CC 4.0, which is like the most public domain I could make it, right? I've made it like you can use that music for whatever you want. You can use these videos in whatever videos you want to do. If you want to do a montage like that, that's fine. But if you're a YouTuber that's got 5 million subscribers and you're just pumping out this shite, right? Where you're getting an editor to do all of this stuff so that you can keep people's fucking brains just like this. Pyrocynical's put out a new video, I guess I'll click it, right? Even though like no one actually cares about any of the stuff he's making, it's just stuff to put on in the background, right? I don't like the fact that someone who's so much larger than me, who has so much more of a platform than me, is using my platform and my image and my brand to make me look like a dick with this stupid echoey effect that he's put over it, which that means that someone's first impression of me, which this is going to be people's first impressions of me now, right? It's not going to be my videos, it's going to be Pyrocynical's video, right? What I don't like is that what he did is he either has YouTube Premium and he just downloaded my video, or he doesn't have YouTube Premium and he put my video into YouTube to mp3.org and downloaded my video, and he zoomed in to get rid of the 4:3 aspect ratio because that would misalign with his brand, and then he added an echo effect to fit in with the rest of his stupid montage, and the effect sounds fucking awful, right? And he's just put me alongside a load of other divs that I have no respect for. So okay, that's a bit harsh because I don't actually know who any of them are, but it's the other people that are like him. These stupid fucking commentators who pick up the newest fucking trend and run along with it for the sake of a few views. And it's not like I'm any better because I'm making a video about Pyrocynical because I'm hoping that I can get a few views off the back of him, which I think is fair because he's put me in that position where I don't have a choice, right? It's not like I want to be, you know, in a Pyrocynical video or having any affiliation with Pyrocynical. I'm stuck with this now because he's put me in one of his videos where you've got his god-awful fan base, right, which just comment a load of shite, right? It's all like, we are cooked, we're so cooked, oh, blah, 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 where's your new video about, oh, Petscop, that was it. Where's your new video about Petscop or whatever, right? A load of garbage, right? And it just frustrates me. What really frustrates me isn't necessarily the fact that he used it in and of itself without even asking me. It's the fact that he didn't credit me or put a link to me in the description or anything like that, right? Nothing has been done there, right? And I had to scroll through the rest of the video. I couldn't watch the whole thing. It was so boring, right? I couldn't watch the rest of it. So maybe he mentioned me at some point, and maybe that I'm blowing this all out of proportion, right? I think I'm a little bit on edge about this sort of thing because it happened again last month. A channel called Clipbuck, who I don't know if they're still around, maybe they got taken down, but what they were doing, they were taking videos of like in real life, like confrontations and making them into YouTube shorts. And he took she took one of my, I don't know who it was. It's an anonymous fucking channel. They took one of my videos, the one where I was making a video and a load of people came up to me and they started having a go at me, and I've made a video about that myself, right? And I didn't like the fact that it attracted a load of hate towards women and towards Muslim people. I didn't like that, right? And And that person re-uploaded my video with a few things tweaked and with this god-awful AI voice over it, right? And all the comments on it were the most disgusting, foul shit ever. I remember I saw one on that video that was like, if I was him, I would have said a load of slurs, you know? And it's just all sorts of stuff like this, and then a load of like, those fucking Muslim women, you know, all this sort of shit. And it was just absolutely rancid. So I messaged them, and I kind of just said, look, you take my fucking video down, I'm not happy. You take that video down, I'm not happy with any of it, right? And they took it down because they know that they're in the wrong. They operate on a mechanism of just pump as much shit out the door, ask for forgiveness, not permission, just take down whatever anyone tells us to take down, and whoever doesn't bother or doesn't know about us, we get to keep their content on our platform and make money off of it, right? Pyrocynical's made God knows how much money off of my video, right? Well, this video that I'm in, right? I don't like that. And I don't like the fact that he's done this, right? And he's done it to loads of people. And the thing is, he comes from a background of banging on about copyright and fair use. And he will probably, if he was to ever make a response video to this, which I bet he would, because he's clearly got nothing better to do, because he makes videos about Minecraft being cooked and fucking, oh, PewDiePie's not as good as he was a few years ago, now that he's married and has a kid. Oh, he's boring now, or whatever the fuck videos are. I don't watch it. Or his 8-hour video about Dark Moon, whatever that is, right? I don't care about any of that, right? What I don't like is that he clearly, he used to have this sort of platform of like, you know, he's a small creator and he doesn't like when bigger creators take the piss out of him and use his content without permission, and he would do videos about that. And the whole YouTube scene at that point was all about, you know, fair use and, you know, copyright infringement and all this shit. I learned about copyright infringement at the age of about 14, right, because of all of this, right? And what frustrates me is that he obviously knows that he's in the right, and I'm not saying he's not in the right. He obviously has the legal right to do this, otherwise he wouldn't have done it. I'm not calling him out on a legal front, or they're going to sue him or whatever. What I don't like is the fact that he has no respect for smaller creators. He doesn't give a shit about me or my reputation or making me look like a dickhead, right? Has no interest in any of that. And I really dislike the fact that he took my video that used a personal story from myself, right, to make a large societal point, and just stripped as much of the personality out of it as possible, right? Just so that I could be a part of his fucking slop. That's what I don't like. That's what pisses me off, right? And I've reached out to him, right? I put a comment on his video saying, I'm not happy about this. I want you to reach out to me via email. Maybe I'll get an email from him, but I don't think I will, because the comment was removed pretty much instantly, which suggests that I've gotten caught up in a filter or something like that. Or I've been banned. Maybe he purposely banned my account when he took my video. I don't know. Maybe that's looking too far into it. I'm not sure, right? It's still kind of in the heat of the moment, and I don't like the fact that he did it. And that's it. And as I said, I'm a very open, giving person with the content that I make, right? I don't mind people using the stuff that I do for the sake of response or to make a grander point about society. If they want to use me in a part of a montage or whatever, go for it, but credit me in some capacity, right? Or reach out to me if you don't want to credit me and ask me, right? Or, especially if you're a large creator, you know, maybe pay me for it. Right? Because the money that you're going to be making off the back of this, right? You're paying editors, I presume, I hope. You pay all these fucking people to be around you. You make a good amount of money off your live streaming and your second channel and your primary channel and whatever else you got. Sorry. It frustrates me. It really frustrates me. So, yeah, that's going to be it from me. I hope this video made some semblance of sense. Like, I don't want it to seem like I'm coming across as salty that he's used my thing without my permission, or that what I dislike, right, is that it's annoying because it's someone I used to enjoy. I used to almost look up to Pyro in a way and think like, oh, I wish I could make content like him. And I look back and I'm like, thank God I never made content like his. And it's like, now, he probably doesn't know who I am because he just Googled probably online safety build videos and I found my one and just downloaded it, right? But it's weird that now I'm in one of those videos that he made that's so similar to the ones where he used to just get on camera and just start, you know, harassing random people. And it's not like he even mentioned me. I'm just a part of a montage. I'm nothing, right? I'm just part of his story now. That's what I don't like. And it feels wrong. And I especially don't like the fucking echo filter. I'll tell you what, if he hadn't put the echo filter on, I probably wouldn't have made this video. What I really dislike about the echo filter is that it makes me look like I've got shit audio, and because that's going to be people's first impression of me, when they see my thumbnail for the first time in the For You page or whatever, they're probably not going to click my video because now they've got a subconscious thing in their head that ages ago they saw me in one of Pyrocynical's videos. They're going to go, oh, I'm not going to watch that video because it's got an echo filter on it. That's what I don't like, right? He's diluted my brand and he's made me look like a dick. So that's it. So I'd like for Pyrocynical to reach out to me, right? Apologize. I'd like him to, he doesn't have to take the video down or anything like that. Just cut the fucking intro, right? In the YouTube studio thing, right? And I think we could talk more in private because I think we can resolve this, you know, decently. But, you know, people like that, they only listen to YouTube drama. So that's why I'm doing this. So, yeah. I'm not someone who wants to be making this video, and I don't want to get involved with YouTube drama, right? I don't want this to become a channel of like, oh, Leafy is here, said this about Maxime Mofo or whatever, right? Oh, Smosh is back and their videos aren't as good as they used to be. Oh, PewDiePie's shit now, isn't he? Ever since he cut his hair or whatever. Oh, Shane Dawson has something wrong with him. I think he does have something wrong with him. I can't remember. You know, all this sort of shit. Yeah, I don't like people that are 100 times larger than me using my content without permission. The same way I bet Pyrocynical wouldn't like if one of his videos, or at least I should say the parts of his videos are actually his, right? AKA the bits where it's just his random fucking face talking. I bet he wouldn't like it if the BBC or CNN or whatever, some platform that's 100 times bigger than him, used his content without even notifying him or asking his permission or crediting him. I bet he wouldn't like that, would he? Right? That's what pisses me off. So, yeah, a little bit all over the place, I do know. I hope I managed to get my point across to you. This isn't going to become a normal thing, don't worry. I'm not someone who likes to get involved in any of this stuff. But I'm not going to just let shit slide. So, yeah. And I will talk about something like this again if it happens again, because I won't be pissed around with. Right? I will not be pissed around with. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Love you all. You're all fantastic. If you are a fan of Pyrocynical, please let me know more about this, if he's ever mentioned anything else, or I don't know. If you... I don't know. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.